been for the women at the Olympics 3 times. The U.S. has finished ahead of Canada. Twice the U.S. finishing with a silver medal, Canada in bronze. And then in Tokyo, U.S. finishing in 3rd, Canada finishing in 4th. There are your teams. USA has Jennifer Valente, Chloe Dygert, Lily Williams, and Olivia Cummins. Canada has Maggie Coles-Lyster, Sarah Van Dam, Erin Attwell, and Ariane Bonhomme. And it is a clean start. U.S. put up the 2nd fastest time in qualifying yesterday. Canada finishing with the 4th fastest qualifying time. And then in the first round earlier today, Canada and the U.S. were 4th and 3rd respectively. That's what sets up this bronze medal clash. And what we saw really both rounds from the United States is they ride into this race. They finish strong for a lot of the race in qualifying anyway. Canada had the faster time but faded late, and the U.S. really put on a charge late. Keep an eye out for the U.S. Those pink shoe covers, that is Chloe Dygert, time trial on the road world champion in 2019. Now really healthy after a really horrible crash at the road World Championships in 2020 when she just crashed right off the road, lacerated her quad. Already one rider off for the U.S., down to 3 riders. The time is taken for the 3rd place rider. So for now, the USA still has their full complement of riders needed to get a time, but there's still a long way to go. 4 kilometers, 16 laps of the track total. And they are going to be riding a long way with just 3 riders. Whether that was part of their tactics, we don't know. That was Olivia Cummins, the 19-year-old who is off for the U.S., so still plenty of experience. There's Jennifer Valente, 28, Dygert, 26, and Lily Williams, 28. Canada younger squad. Maggie Coles-Lyster, 24, Van Dam, 21, Erin Attwell, 24, and Ariane Bonhomme, the elder stateswoman, 28 years old. U.S. still up 0.6 of a second. You'll see Maggie Coles-Lyster probably taking some good long pulls at the front as well. Canada pulling that back to 0.4 of a second, closing in bit by bit. We'll see how the U.S., if they still have that strong finish with just 3 riders for so long. There's 1 rider pulling off for Canada now as we reach the halfway mark. It's the U.S. still up by almost 0.8 of a second. On the front for Canada, that is Coles-Lyster out of Maple Ridge, British Columbia on the west coast near Vancouver. Now the U.S. up to 0.9, just under a second advantage. Canada starting to lose ground a little bit more as Dygert pulling the U.S. forward, but there is a bit of a separation. You lose some of that draft, and that is certainly to the U.S.'s disadvantage. Canada still compact, still aerodynamic as much as possible, but still the U.S. up 1.1 seconds. Dygert now though really forcing to slow things down and wait for her teammates to catch up. There is an opportunity for this Canadian side if they do stay compact. We're inside 5 laps to go. The gap ticks down to 0.9 of a second. Dygert has Valente on her wheel. They're still waiting for Williams to catch up. And that now is affecting things. Inside half a second, Canada closing the gap. Will they run out of time, or can Williams hang on just enough still? Now, just under 0.1 of a second, surely Canada with momentum now, wind in their sails, and Canada now in front by 0.2 of a second. And it looks like now the U.S. is losing that contact. Lily Williams trying to hang on. The home fans cheering on the Canadian side. It's now more over a second now. Canada still compact. There is the bell. And now it's really looking like a foregone conclusion, barring any last-second drama, as Canadian side en route to bronze. Bonhomme leading things home. Coles-Lyster behind her. And it's the home side picking up the first medal here in Milton. the previous 2 rounds.